In the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. Welcome back, everyone. Day second. You made it through day one, and I hope you are feeling that little spark of aha that happens when you realize this AI actually listen to how I talk. If yesterday was about learning what prompt engineering is, today is about learning how AI actually understands you or sometimes misunderstands you. So if you are ready, type ready in the chat box, and we are going to start our live stream today. Give your feedback about this live stream. If you have any question or any related queries, you can give us in the chat box and we will reply to you. So let's start with our live stream. Yesterday we discovered that a great prompt has three pillars that includes a role, task, and tone. Role is who the AI should be, task is what you want it to do, and the tone is how you want it to sound. Think back to that travel blogger example. When you gave the AI a clear role, a goal, and suddenly the writing had personality. Now if you didn't catch yesterday live, don't worry. All you need to rememberize that AI replies at the level of clarity you give it. Today we are going to say that the better you understand how AI interrupts context and intent, the more precisely you can steer its responses. So let's start with the context. Imagine you walk into a bakery and say, "It's cold." The bakery could think you want the oven turned up, or maybe you are just making conversation. Without context, your statement floats in the air like a balloon with no string. Now imagine you say, "It's cold in here. Would we close the door?" Now the instant understanding is that extra details, the reason, the environment is context. AI works the same way. When you type a prompt, it scans the clues that tell it where it is, who you are, and what worlds it's supposed to operate in. Let's test that an idea live. If you give a prompt A and say write a post about coffee, let's see. We give a prompt to the ChatGPT where we say write a post about coffee, and let's see how it responds to it. It has given us a generic answer. Now if we give a precise answer or a prompt where we say you are a coffee owner, create a friendly Instagram caption introducing new espresso blend. And we have copied the prompt and paste over here. We have given the prompt. Now the answer should be different. You see, this is a generic post and this is precise where we say about espressos. So prompt A is a coin flip and prompt B is a laser focus. The AI suddenly speaks like a marketer because the context told to it. Now let's see how AI detects the context. Large language models don't know things the way we do. They predict what words or ideas should come next based on patterns in billion of sentences. When your prompt say, I am a coffee owner, the model activates clusters of related concepts that includes menus, espressos, latte art, or customer engagement. That's the context mapping in action of publicistics and of what fits together. So when you add even one or two concrete details, you are feeding the model in a map. Without that map, it's guessing in the dark. If you love analogs, think of context as the GPS coordinates for your request. No coordinates, and the AI wanders the whole planet looking for what you mean. Now, I have a question for all in the chat. Have you ever asked AI something super simple, like writing a caption about my product, and the reply just felt bland? If yes, type me in the chat. Now let's talk about what about intent. If context is the map, intent is the destination. It's what you want to happen when the AI delivers its answer. Let's compare two nearly identical prompts where we say write a message to my team. Let's copy and say write a message to my team. It's a generic prompt. It has given us the message. But it didn't know what to do and what to deliver a message to the team. But in the next prompt, we will write a motivational message to my remote team to boost morale before our big deadline. Now it will give a specific result related to the deadline. In the upper portion, it was giving message related to espresso because we have not given the details about the message which should be given to our team. But here we have give a clear prompt where say give a motivation message to my remote team to boost morale before our big deadline. Both sound similar, but only one declares an intent. In the second, the AI knows your goal is motivation, not information. So it's add encouragement, energy, maybe a touch of empathy. That's the magic of intent. It gives purpose to your words. Now here's the equation of understanding. Here's an easy formula to keep in your mind all day. That is context plus intent is equal to clarity. Context is called as background, and intent is your goal, and clarity is high quality AI output. Every time you craft a prompt, you ask yourself, have I given both the world and the reason? If one is missing, expect as misfires. Now if we see a mini exercise for that, I will read 3 quick prompts. Type in the chat whether one is missing context in text or both. First I say write something about productivity. Now you have to tell what is missing in that. If I give a second prompt where I say you are a team management coach writing something about productivity. Now you have to give us what is missing in this prompt. If I say you are a team management coach, write a 200 word pep talk for entrepreneurship feeling stuck on Monday morning. Now you have given the message what is missing in these three prompts. Waiting for your answer. We are moving towards our next topic, that is why humans struggle with this AI. We assume people get our meaning because humans share context, intuitively, tone, and share history, but AI doesn't. It only has text. That's why you sometimes feel like you have to over explain things to a model. You are not over explaining, you are translating human context into a machine clarity. Think of yourself as an interpreter between emotion and logic. Now let's check out how language model handles intent. Now let's speak one layer deeper for curious minds here. When a model phrases your prompt, it builds what's a latent representation, a numerical space of meaning. For those who have just joined us now, give your feedback in the chat box and we will reply to your queries. Here is Rana Rehan saying good morning. Good morning to you as well. Thanks for joining. Are you learning something new? Please give us in the chat box if you are learning something new from this transmission or a live stream. Give your feedback. Thanks to Ron Arian. You have joined us yesterday as well. Okay. We are talking about the language models. If we say write a poem about anything, the words of intent moves the model towards one region of meaning space or any other. So when we add adjectives like funny, formal, urgent, motivational, you are literally steering its mathematical path. Now we are moving ahead towards the stable power of context and tone of intent. So now what that we understand the definition of context and intent, let's go a level deeper. How they change meaning even when the word themselves the same. Because here is something wild. You can use almost identical sentences, but if the context or intent changes, AI will produce a completely different response. That's the power of learning to control. Now let's check out context change meaning even with the same words. Let's talk a really simple sentence. Tell me a story about a dog. If you give it to the ChatGPT, let's wait for the results. It produced results for us. It's taking a little bit longer time. it has given us the story about the dog who waited by the gate. Given us a short story. It's pretty natural or neutral, right? Now add different contexts. You are a Einstein teacher telling a story about dog to your class, or you are a horror writer telling a story about dog with a mysterious past. You are a stand-up comedian telling a funny story about a dog. In both cases or three cases, we are giving same prompt about a story related to dog, but we are changing a role. In first, we are telling it as a teacher, then we are saying it as a horror writer, and in the third, we are saying it is you are a stand-up comedian. So you see, just adding few words, it changes the whole scenario. Same base request, but completely different outcomes. Why? Because AI adjusts tone, pacing, imagery, even word choice based on the context cues you give it. That's not random, it's statistical mimicry or real human communication. Now let's talk about how AI detects context in your words. When AI reads your prompt, it's not understanding your emotions, it's performing semantic occasions, connecting words that usually appear together. If you say horror story, it automatically expect dark, fear, and mystery. And if you give it as kindergarten, it predicts colorful, friendly, simple sentences. So it's like autocomplete on steroids, but with personality shaping built it. This is why even a single detail in your prompt, like who is the audience is, can shift the entire emotional color of the response. Let's check it in the example where we say explain how photosynthesis work. We give it a prompt to the ChatGPT and say explain us how photosynthesis work, and let's see how it brings the results. It has given us the generic answer about how photosynthesis work. Now we give a specific prompt where we say explain how photosynthesis work to a fifth grade class using fun examples. Now we are asking it to do the same work but in a little different way. Let's see how it brings the results. Now it has customized our results according to the fifth grade friendly variant that includes a fun as well. So that's the secret superpower of plant. Then it has given us the steps. It has given us the detail according to the fifth grade student. So this way you can customize your prompt and get a better results. If you have used ChatGPT, you already know about what happens. The prompt A gives you textbook language, but in prompt B, it gives you colorful analogies about sunlight being plant food or leaves being little solar panels. This is not the magic, that's context collaboration. You told the AI who it's talking to, and it instantly adjusted complexity, tone, and structure. So this way you can customize your results. Now let's talk about tone and intent. Earlier we have said intent gives the AI a goal. Before moving forward, for those who have joined us now, give your name in the chat box and give feedback on our live stream. Are you learning something new from here? or it's something complex, your feedback will give us direction, also give us what you want to learn, what you want to see, and we will make it according to that. So we are talking about intent and tone. Earlier we said intent gives the AI a goal, but there is another layer, that is intent shape tone. Tone is how words feel. It's what makes the same message sound formal, friendly, inspiring, or urgent. Here is a quick example. If we give a prompt where we say write an email reminding the team of the deadline, let's see. We are saying write an email reminding the team of the deadline. Let's see how it brings results for us. It would be probably a generic message. That's a friendly reminder, upcoming project deadline, and here is the whole detail. But in second prompt, we do something different. We say write a friendly but firm reminder email to the team about meeting Friday's deadline, encouraging them for their progress. Now you will see it will bring a different results. The task was same, but the tone was different, that is friendly and encouraging. Now it has given a different results. So this way you can customize your results by giving some context, intent, or tone. So you see what happened in B. You didn't just give context, you gave intent and emotional direction. The AI knows the purpose is not just to remind but also to motivate. So this is how the thing works. Now let's talk about how tone emerges from the intent. Here's what fascinating under the surface. When you gave the AI intent words like motivate, inspire, warn, or explain, it activates let intent emotional vectors in its neural representation space. Think of them like invisible slider that adjust the vibe of the language. The model doesn't feel motivation, but it statistically knows what motivational language looks like. It's like include short sentences, positive adjectives, and second person phrasing, where you'd say you can, we have got this, words like this. So when you add intent with the tone descriptor, you are point turning those invisible sliders. You are no longer just prompting, you are directing the style engine. Let's see in an exercise where we say write about exercise, paragraph about exercise. It's a generic prompt. Let's see how it brings results for us. It's taking some time. It has given us the paragraph. Now if give another prompt where we say write a persuasive paragraph encouraging busy professionals to make time for daily exercise in a positive and empowering tone. Now we have asked about precise answer. Now your AI knows what you want. You want persuasion. Who you are targeting? You are targeting the busy professionals. And how it should sound? It should sound positive or empowering. So intent with tone is equal to purposeful emotions. Now you have just turned a flat statement into a dynamic instruction. So here is a pro tip where you can use purpose words that include the persuade, explain, teach, summarize, motivate, emphasize, simplify, or reframe. I will giving these words in the chat box. You can copy them and keep it for any further usage. That's done incorrectly. Let me a minute so that I would provide you these words in a better way. I'm typing words for you that you can use in your daily prompts. Wait a second. Okay, thanks for Ryan for giving your feedback. I'm looking for your all messages. Here are the words you can use in your daily prompts. Please also give us the feedback as it's simple to learn or you are feeling any difficulty, any language issues. Please give us the feedback and we will make it more simple to learn for you. If you use one of these in your prompt, you give AI an instant emotional compass. That single change often improves output quality 2 to 3 times. Now let's take up a corporate email example. So let me tell you about Alex, one of our viewers. He worked in corporate communication and said, every time I ask ChatGPT to draft internal memos, this sound robotic. I asked him what his prompt looked like. He said, write an email to the company about a new project update. I told him to tweak it. Here is the new version we tried. I will share it with you. You are the internal communication lead at a tech startup. Write a short, friendly email announcing a new project milestone. The goal is to build excitement and thank the team for their effort. So the change was instant. The AI wrote a message that felt human. It had warmth, gratitude, and even a cheerful closing line. He laughed and said, it sounds like me, not a reboot. So that's the power of defining the intent. Now let's talk about context and intent in a dialogue prompt. Let's push this idea further. When you create conversation prompts like role plays or interview simulations, context and intent becomes your script personality engine. Let's take an example where we say act as a career coach helping me prepare for marketing job interview. Okay, thanks Rana for giving your feedback. I was thinking that maybe it's difficult to understand for you people. If you still feel it's hard, I will make it more simple. He has given the prompt that act as a career coach, helping me prepare for a marketing job interview. It has given us the results. Understand the role and the company, and say highlight key marketing skills. Then prepare for common marketing interview questions. That's fine. But if you say like you are friendly, let me copy the prompt and we will read it over here. You are a friendly but detail-oriented career coach, helping a junior marketing professional prepare for their first in-person interview. Your goal is to build confidence while offering practical feedback. Let's see how it brings the results for us. It's taking some time. Now it has given us the friendly answer related to business interview. So you see now this answer is most precise according to our customization. Now AI exactly knows what role to play, tone to adopt, and purpose to fulfill. That's the kind of prompt that feels alive because it's contain both emotional and situational context.